Welcome to Westside Community Incubators. We are here at Nevada Partners. I am MeSeclenda. I am the life organizer and business strategist. I am taking everyone on a journey through the 7 dimensions of purpose and helping you discover your passion to purpose to profit. This week we have been, well, the past few weeks we've been diving in a lot about personal and business development. And I want to tap into something a little bit different today. You guys are going to kind of like be like, what is this? But just hold on. So we have been discovering the struggles and the challenges within business, right? And then sometimes we find out that our business have holes. And 9 times out of 10 is because your personal business has holes in it. So how can we mend the two so where your journey and your process in your business affairs is also being healed right along with your personal and your inner self? So I am honored that you guys have been communicating with me and leaving me some comments that you watching my content has been inspiring, soothing. I've gotten motherly, go figure. And then also that you've been listening to my content while you were working out. So what better way to blow off some steam? I would love to have a volunteer if anybody would like. Anybody? Come on, Mel. They're not going to see. Come on this side. So I made my own personal person right here. Okay. And we are going to dive into releasing, remembering, and forgetting as much as we can. So you can just stand right here. You don't even have to really be on camera. And I am also on my health journey, right? So I'm a little bit sore because I already did my workout from yesterday. So what did I do for the inspiration? Thank you for that person who left that comment. Ooh, we got the gloves. Gloves are off, but the gloves are going on. And I appreciate that comment. So the feelings that we have while we're doing our business can be very rough and challenging because of the things that we're going through in our personal affairs, right? And we want to clear some blockage. I think a lot of us need clarity, right? And I want to give you the opportunity to do that. Grab your tissue box if you're going to shed a tear, or grab a pillow and let's get to some action. All right. So the first thing, and you can chime in, I have a question. So this is one thing that I noticed that we want to release while we're doing our business, while we're being stagnant, while we're having the difficulties of managing. So just for example, you may take it out on your team, or maybe you don't want to wake up the next day. It's just hard for you to put one step in front of the other while you're running your business because of your personal matters. One thing that I've noticed when I have met other people who have started their business or in the process of their business, they've lost someone that they loved. Okay. So what person has shattered your heart in death at a childhood? Mostly it started at a childhood. Someone has passed away. Okay. So we want to let this go because I've noticed that it has built up in anger. It has built up in just frustration, the sadness, of course, because you lost somebody that's dear to you, that you love. Could you give me some things?
My dad got killed. My brother got killed. My best friend actually passed also from lupus. Got a teacher at school when I was in kindergarten that she beat me in front of all the other kids and shaved me in front of the kids. Got bullied by other kids in school. I had this one girl always following me around, and they used to tease me a lot because at 8 years old I become a young girl, so my body was more developed than the other little girls, so they were always make fun of me of that.
What type of emotions has that given you?
Well, at the time, it used to make me feel shy because of how my body was, because I had boobs, they didn't have any. and then they will call me like cow. That's one of the names, or they would call me like white cockroach, and that used to actually hurt me a lot. And then like because of this teacher also took control of me, that I always thought I wasn't worthy.
Mm. Have you carried any of that into your adulthood?
A little, the one of the teacher, and then not having my dad there with me.
Do you have your own business?
Yes.
Do you find that any of your emotions have carried from what you've been through into your business?
Yes.
Can you list some of those?
Yeah, that's the reason why I started my nonprofit, because of hardship that I had in my life, where at the moment my marriage was on the borderline of divorce, and I suffered so much. I saw myself homeless, and with not having any family, anybody around me. But then the Lord allowed me to understand that I went through all that because He wanted me to be His word, His mouth out there, and talk to these single moms and let them know that He's there for them, and He is always holding their hand. So that's why I started my nonprofit, and it's called The Apple of Your Eyes. In Spanish is La Niña de tus Ojos. So then Daddy's there for you, and I will never let go of you.
This was not planned. And what is a coincidence that you had a story like that? Would you like to let us some steam? You don't have to.
Okay.
You want to? Sure. Let's do a reverse. You in there?
Yeah.
First emotion.
That my dad is not there with me anymore.
How does that make you feel?
Uh, Lonely. It actually made me feel like the world was over for me. When my husband was leaving, also, it made me feel again I was by myself, and not having my little brother, which was my all, also, it was really hard for me to give up on that. And my mom, because I was not able to support her the way that she needed to when she lost my dad and my brother. And that teacher that actually embarrassed me in front of those kids,
Mm-hmm.
it always went after me that I always was shy and did not use my words because of her. But the Lord let me know that I'm worthy and I'm the apple of His eyes.
What are you grateful for?
For His love, in that He shelters me, He covers me, and He dressed me with a new dress. And I am His child, a child of God, and I got everything, and everything happens for a reason, and it's happened for good. So I'm there to support and help other women to fulfill their dreams and know that they're not by themselves.
If you can get out anything else right now, full force, what would that be?
Rejection,
What else?
hatred, uh, where they make you feel because you're a woman, you're not worthy, because you're of a color, you're not worthy, because you have another culture, you're not worthy, because you speak another language, you're not worthy. And I feel that we're all one in God, and that He loves us all, made us different for a reason and a purpose on this earth.
Thank you. Can we get a round of applause for this courage? I got you. I got you. That was beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. Again, that was not planned. And what are the coincidence of releasing that? One also that I know of is in your childhood of losing someone to substance addiction, um, missing in the streets, you can't find them, jail, you're visiting at a young age, things like that. You know, things like this follow us through our journey, through our adulthood, into our relationship, into our business. It shows. Sometimes we try to put this veil over us, and we're just thinking everything is okay. No one can see our pain, but sometimes your pain shows up in many different areas, right? Um, being violated. That's another thing. This has nothing to do with woman or man. It comes in many forms. But being violated, someone has violated you in a way, showed you some things that you weren't supposed to see. You weren't supposed to know these things. You were just a child. And you've been carrying this for a very long time. Maybe you told someone and they didn't come and help you like you needed to be helped. They didn't save you. You still have that pent up anger in you want to release. It's not doing you any justice of holding on. One thing I had to learn was forgiveness. The forgiveness is not for them. The forgiveness is for you. And at first, it took me a long time to understand that, like, what do you mean? Why am I forgiving this person for something they did? They don't deserve that, but it's not for them. It is for you. During your childhood or maybe your teens, you needed support. There was support that you needed. What did you need when you were a child that you didn't get at that time? And it was very dear for you. It's followed you all the way into your adulthood, into your business again, of this support that you're just not receiving. Or maybe you're not receiving the support right now that you're needing as you're trying to structure your business, and it's causing you to be stagnant. One thing that I've also noticed is some of us are in it right now, are these toxic relationships. I mean, it seems like it's just almost everywhere. And we want to try to maneuver in our daily in these relationships that we know they're not healthy for us. We're not even supposed to be in these type of relationships. And you can feel it deep down, as clear as day, that these relationships are not meant to be. Why are we still in these relationships? Why are we still holding on to something that we know is not healthy for us? How can we move forward? Someone broke your trust. Who broke your trust? Someone has broke your trust where now you're going into these business deals and you have all these walls built up. You're not able to have a clear direction. You're not able to trust anyone, let anybody in. You want to do everything yourself. Now you're overwhelmed and you're burnt out because you're taking all the responsibility because you don't even trust to lend out a pen. You don't even trust to lend out any type of information to help you. That trust has been broken many years ago, and you're still carrying that with you. You're still holding on to it probably as we speak. There's so many different things that have happened in our life that is traumatizing that we carry throughout our journey. And the reason of this is trying to see what you can let go one by one, step by step, realizing what you have been carrying for you on your shoulders all these years. How can you release the pressure? Boxing is one thing that I like to do to release the pressure. Meditating, therapy, taking a walk, getting some sun, journaling. There's so many different things that you can find, drawing, art, however you express yourself. So you can release that tension and stop being stagnant in your business. How can you move on? Is there anybody in the comments or watching has this idea that just popped up? It's like, I think this is why I'm being stagnant in my business. I think this is why my personal development is not flourishing the way that I need it to be. What have you noticed that is keeping you from making these powerful moves and these steps so that you can move on freely? Is there anybody out here in the audience who has a business that has noticed they've been stagnant because of these situations? All these things that I've listed, I've actually been through. One thing that I feel like has helped me is gratitude. What are you grateful for? Through all the negative, through all the dark clouds that we've been through, What are you actually grateful for? Wake up with your words of affirmation. If you're watching this right now, then you're alive today. You have another chance to do something great, to be better. Having your business foundation is very important. We're all not going to have this perfect business. Our personal lives is not going to be perfect. But it's better to have them filled with love and abundance and support as much as you can so that your business can flourish the way you want it to. And your personal life can go right along with it, being fulfilled in your heart and your spirit and your soul for you to move on from what's been holding you back all these years. All these years. Some of you have children, some of you don't have children. But this generational curse that keeps popping up, it keeps coming down all the way down to our children. If you're not healing, your children are not healing. People around you are not healing. Be the role model for you. Be the role model for someone else that are watching you. People are watching you. But be authentic. Be yourself. But at the same time, make the steps that matter for you to be the better version of yourself. We're watching a lot of gurus right now. They're dropping gems of how to manage a business. We get it. And again, that I've been talking about personal development and business development all these weeks is because we got the business. We have the idea. We get it. We know how to, or some of us don't know, but we're learning how to get our CRMs, how to get our website, how to network and all these things. But still, there's something that's just not clicking. And 9 times out of 10, again, it's your personal business. It has holes in it. You're still hurting. You're not able to move the way you want to move. Something is always holding you back. How can you get the support and the love that you need to make sure that when you're focusing on your business, that your personal matters are in order? All right, I am MeSeclenda, your life organizer and your business strategist. I take my clients on a journey called the 7 Dimensions of Purpose. 7 Dimensions of Purpose is peeling back layers for you to discover your passion to purpose to profit. All right, we all want to get to the bag. We know that we're living at a times where this is all we see on social media. But again, in order to get to this bag, let's make sure we have our personal affairs in order. Thank you so much. You can find me on Coach MeSeclenda on Instagram and on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. I'm going to come hug you again.